when the settlers and the colonialist powers through their missionaries asked for the land, and he went inside the house and scooped the soil. But I don't want to live in that time. They told me about a man who wrote a letter to a Nama chief and said, "Let us die fighting." That was not my time. They told me about Hosea Kutako, how he fought in the battle lines and sustained an injury even to his time of death with a bullet in his thigh. That was not our time. Tell me about the time that we now confront the colonial powers in our time. Just tell me about a time when a man, even his own people, said he was going cuckoo, he's mad. He said, for the first time, I'm taking the Germans head on. Tell me about that time. Turn your minds backward. Yes, they told me how Samuel Maharero walked back into the country and his remains is here with us today. Don't tell me about that time. Tell me about the time a man rose up and said, I'm going to take the remains of my people right within the ambit and the womb of the perpetrators of this crime. Tell me about that time. And this is my time. This is my time. If you thought Kwaima is no more, check with me. If you thought that we are going to deviate from the struggles, check with us. I am here to say I reaffirm the decision that was taken in 2008 on the 2nd of October in Otjiherero area. I was there. When Kwaima took all the Herero chiefs and said, even if we die, the struggle for reparation must continue. That is the time. Kwaima is no more, and the time must continue, and we must stand firm and fight against these settlers. Now, I hail from the ranks of the African National Congress, and I've always said to Mitri Festus Munjwa that the time to write Germans letters has come to an end. At that moment, we are sick and tired of letters. We can read, of course. We know they can read and they can play games. Now we must up the game. In Botswana, we are going to occupy and picket in the embassies of Germany and register our claims. In South Africa, the same thing is going to happen. We are going to register our claims, no more letters, but they're going to see some other game. We must talk another language now. Kwaima is no more. Now it's about time to talk another language. I had a privilege, and it is an honor I will always remember in my life. I lived with the man. I walked, I crawled between his legs. This is the man who named me. He changed my name. We met and he said, you are coming with foreign names in my house. From today on, you are Kenoura. This is the man. He gave me a mission, and I will forever live up to it. It was myself, Professor Jeremy II, Ushiwa, the chairperson of the Ovaherero and the Ovaherero Genocide Foundation, of which I'm still a member. And he said to me, you need to go back to South Africa. And you are to meet a lady by the same name, Ferris, in the University of the Western Cape. The campaign to return the skulls and all the fossils that belongs to us, they must serve as an annexure A evidence in our fight against the German forces. And that's exactly what happened. This is the man. Oliver Tambo, when he was burying Moses Kotane, he said, sometimes when we close the eyes of the dead, they open our eyes. This is the man. There they come. The Ovaherero nation is like a morula tree. There they come with the weapons of mass destruction. They found the morula tree in the center of the land, and they begin to chop down her branches. There they come. The Ovaherero nation is like a morula tree. They chop down the branches. When the branches cry, their ears became deaf. They couldn't hear. They dragged the branches of the morula tree down in the south into South Africa. They dragged the branches of the morula tree up into the Botswana Protectorate. There they come. The Ovaherero nation is like a morula tree. And one call is made, the head of Samuel Maharero for a crown. There they come. They chop down the nation, forgetting as they dragged the morula tree, her blood went down into the soil. Now here we are. They are confronting their enemies, and they cannot make it. The Ovaherero nation is like a morula tree. Long